Ever wonder why your ice cream melts faster these days? Or why your snowman doesn't last until the afternoon? Could it be just maybe global warming? Now you might be thinking, hold your horses, isn't global warming that thing scientists are always squabbling about? Well, yes and no. There is a scientific consensus that global warming is happening, but let's break it down a bit. Picture the Earth as a huge scoop of ice cream swirling with delicious flavors of land, sea, and air. Now imagine the sun as a giant heat lamp constantly beaming down on our lovely planet. Normally, a good portion of the sun's heat bounces back into space, keeping our ice cream Earth perfectly chilled. But, as we humans release more and more greenhouse gases like carbon dioxide into the atmosphere, we're essentially adding an extra layer of sprinkles on top. These sprinkles trap more of the sun's heat, causing our ice cream Earth to melt faster. Now, you might be thinking, but I love sprinkles. And sure, sprinkles can be great, but not in this case. These aren't the rainbow, sugar-coated kind. They're more like those sneaky hot chili sprinkles that turn a delightful dessert into a melting disaster. This process of trapping heat is what we call global warming. It's not just about warmer weather or faster melting ice cream, it's about a fundamental shift in our planet's climate, leading to more intense storms, more frequent droughts, rising sea levels, and a whole lot of other not-so-fun stuff. So, to sum it all up, global warming is like a bad dessert topping, making our ice cream Earth melt faster and causing all sorts of spicy problems. So, next time you're slurping your melted ice cream, remember, it's not just a summer thing, it's a global warming thing. Ever been in a greenhouse? It's like a sauna for plants. Now imagine, our Earth is in one giant cosmic greenhouse. Imagine a scenario where you find yourself in a steamy, sweltering sauna, beads of sweat trickling down your forehead. Now imagine, you're not a person in this sauna but our beloved planet Earth. A bit outlandish, you might say? Well, not quite. This is what the greenhouse effect essentially is, a steamy sauna for our planet. The greenhouse effect is a natural process that warms the Earth's surface. When the sun's energy reaches the Earth's atmosphere, some of it is reflected back to space and the rest is absorbed and re-radiated by greenhouse gases. These gases include carbon dioxide, methane, and nitrous oxide, which are all naturally occurring, but human activities have significantly increased their concentrations. Our planet is like that friend who always forgets their sauna towel and gets a bit too hot. The sun's rays come down, warming the Earth, and most of it goes back into space. But thanks to an overload of greenhouse gases, a lot of that heat gets trapped. So, Earth is sitting there getting hotter and hotter saying, "Can someone please open a window?" Now don't get me wrong, the greenhouse effect isn't all bad. In fact, without it, Earth would be a frozen, uninhabitable rock. It's like the Goldilocks scenario, not too hot, not too cold, but just right. But like a sauna cranked up too high, too much of it can be, well, problematic. Humans with our factories, cars, and deforestation are like the mischievous sauna goers who keep pouring water on the heater, raising the temperature. And unfortunately, Earth can't just step out for a breather. So the next time you think about global warming, picture our planet in a steamy, sweltering sauna. Remember, it's not trying to sweat out toxins or lose a few pounds, it's trapped in there and it's up to us to turn down the heat. So remember, the Earth isn't trying to lose weight in a sauna, it's trapped in a greenhouse. Thinking global warming might be a good thing because you'll get a better tan? Think again. Yes, indeed, you may be picturing yourself on a sunny beach, soaking up those rays, but let's take a moment to consider the bigger picture. We're not just talking about a golden glow here, folks. We're talking about a global phenomenon that's causing our planet to heat up. And it's not just about hotter summers and milder winters. Now, I know what you're thinking. Hey, what's wrong with a little extra sunshine? Well, let me tell you, it's more than just a tan. This global warming is causing sea levels to rise, which means we could be seeing more of our coastal cities underwater. Imagine needing a boat instead of a car to get to work. Sounds like a scene from a sci-fi movie, right? But it could become a reality if we don't address this issue. And I don't know about you, but I'm not quite ready to trade in my car for a canoe. And it's not just us humans who are affected. Our wildlife is feeling the heat too. Our polar friends, the bears, are losing their icy homes. And our feathered friends might have to change their migration patterns due to changing climates. Let's not forget about the extreme weather events. We're talking about stronger hurricanes, severe droughts, and intense heat waves. We might need to start investing in some sturdy umbrellas and a lot of sunscreen, folks, because this weather isn't playing around. So, while a nice tan might be a perk, the repercussions of global warming are far more serious. We're talking about changes that could drastically alter our way of life, and not in a good way. Let's not wait until we're paddling to work or sheltering from a superstorm to take action. Global warming is a reality, and it's happening right now. So unless you fancy trading your car for a canoe, we better start taking this global warming thing seriously. Saving the planet isn't just about recycling your soda cans, although that's a good start. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying you should stop recycling, but if we're talking about global warming, we've got to think bigger. Consider this: our daily energy consumption. We're all guilty of leaving the lights on when we leave a room, or cranking up the heater when it's just a tad chilly. But did you know by simply switching off unnecessary lights, you could help reduce the greenhouse gases that are warming up our planet? It's like playing hide and seek with carbon emissions, except we're the ones hiding and the emissions are, well, they're not really seeking, but you get the point. And what about our diets? Now I know some of you are thinking, not my burger, anything but my burger, but hear me out. Livestock farming is a major contributor to greenhouse gases, so eating less meat could really help cool things down. I mean, wouldn't you trade a few burgers for a few less heat waves? And let's not forget, the cows would be pretty thrilled too. Now I'm not saying we all need to become vegetarians overnight, but maybe, just maybe, swapping your steak for a salad once a week wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. You might even find you like it. And if not, well, at least you'll have the satisfaction of knowing you're doing your part to save the planet. So, let's expand our view of what it means to be environmentally friendly. It's not just about recycling, it's about reducing our energy use, and yes, it's about making smarter choices about what we eat. It's about understanding that every choice we make has an impact on our world. And remember, every little bit counts, even if it's just swapping your steak for a salad once a week. So, let's not sugarcoat it, we've got a hot mess on our hands. But don't worry, we're not just going to leave you hanging with a metaphorical sunburn. Remember when we said global warming is like your grandma's garden gone rogue? Well, let's not forget the dandelions, aka greenhouse gases, getting a little too comfortable and throwing a garden party. They're trapping heat in our atmosphere like an unwanted blanket on a summer night, and boy does it make a difference. And it's not just about the tan lines, folks, it's about the melting ice caps playing a real-life version of sink or swim. And trust us, the polar bears aren't too thrilled about this new game show. Rising sea levels aren't just for the beach bums, they're a reality check for all of us. It's like we're living in a constant high tide, with the water creeping up a little too close for comfort. Now we've all heard the mantra, reduce, reuse, recycle. But let's face it, it's not just about sorting your plastics and papers, it's about the bigger picture. Our carbon footprints. It's not just about the steps we take, but the impact of those steps. It's like walking on a beach and leaving deep footprints in the sand. Except in this case, the sand is our planet, and the footprints aren't just temporary. So, let's tie this all up. We've got a hot mess, a garden party we didn't want to attend, a game show we didn't sign up for, and footprints we didn't mean to leave. But remember, just like a bad sunburn, we can heal from this. We just need to take the right steps. So next time you're sweating in December or paddling down your street, remember, it's not just bad luck, it's global warming, and we've all got a part to play in cooling things down.